Hello, everyone. How is everybody tonight? Let's see who we have in our chat room tonight, and who's going to hear about some of my recent finds and the research, and whether or not I've found some winners or some duds. and and we'll do a sale tonight too. Hey, Casey. Hi, Carrie. How are you doing? Yeah, just decided last minute to do a pop-up sale tonight, and hope to get some people here to see what's going to happen. And I'm going to share some really cool things that I found recently and did some research on. So yeah, you'll get to see that. How are you doing? Oh, great. Glad to hear it. A lot's going on these days. Lots going on. You're staying healthy, so that's good. Yeah, so what I wanted to show, one of the first things I wanted to show was this really cool thing I found. It's a local mom and daughter who I believe take kids' book pages, because it does to me look like it's actually a kid's book page. It's thick, it's kind of got some substance to it. And I do see like page numbers and stuff, but they make them into these little gift bags. Aren't they cool? Yeah, see, there's the page number there. I see it in the fold there. Hey, Debbie. Hi, nice to see you. Hey, Katie. So these little baggies, and I bought 3 of them because I just thought they were super cute. So this store in Vancouver, where I live in Canada, this mom and her kid, the single mom and her kid, make these bags out of old kids' books, and they sell them for $1. And the store owner has this cool deal with them that they will give the kid and the mom free candy, or candy based on what they sell. So if they sold $3 here, so they're going to get $3 worth of free candy from my purchase. But isn't that a cool thing to do with old books that maybe are damaged and can't be used for something else? So I thought that was kind of fun. Hi, Victoria. Hey, Gritty Get. I don't know if I've met you before. Welcome. And do we have Vinny here as well? I saw somebody saying hello to Vinny. That's great. So yeah, so these are kind of cool, right? So don't be surprised if you get maybe one in one of your packages from me if you order a mystery box or something like that. So I'll let you know a little bit about me. For those of you that are new, I'm an experienced seller. I've sold on Etsy since 2011, over 1,100 sales on Etsy. So I know what I'm doing, I think, for shipping of glass in China, because that's what I focus on Etsy. I sell from Canada, so shipping costs are from Canada, but they're not like they are from the States. It's way cheaper for me to ship stuff to you than for you to ship stuff to me. So I always talk about the slot of doom on my sales, where if something fits in this slot, it's really quite cheap to send to the US. For example, something that's 100 grams that fits through the slot would be about $2.40 US for me to send it to you. So I've got a few slot of doom things tonight. Otherwise, packages range in the sort of $12 to $16 range. Depending on the weight, really, not where you are in the US, but more on the weight. So, hey, oh, great, Serendipity. I'm so pleased you joined me. Yes, you're from Kamloops. I think I've seen you in some other chats, so that's great. So yeah, so that's who I am. The way it'll work when we get to the sale part is I'll offer something, I'll show it to you, and then you'll just be able to, I'll show it to you, and then I'll tell you the price, and then the number and the first person to put it in chat would win that item. Now tonight I'm going to do something different. It did this so impromptu that I decided to do 10 for 10. So I'm going to do 10 items. All of them are $10 each, and some of them are little lots. So it's a great bargains tonight. So hope you'll help me, buy some of this stuff and maybe start to do some Christmas shopping if you haven't already. But I thought I'd start off tonight by talking about some cool stuff that I've found recently, and the research that I've done, and sort of where I'm at with it, and what I've discovered. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is cigarette cards, because I did an unboxing of an ephemera lot that I bought, and I just thought I would give you a bit of an update on what it actually was, what was in the box when I started to sort them, and how valuable they are. So the first set that I'm going to show you here is it's the War Trail Indian series. It's a set of 43 cards, and this is from Willard's. Is it Willard's? Let me just make sure. Yes, Willard's Chocolate. So these aren't cigarette cards; they're chocolate cards. Now they're in a bit, the shape. Whoops. Let's get it right side up. The shape on them, like they've been handled. Somebody's loved these. But so this is the Indian series, and you can tell that it's you're kind of stereotypical, unfortunately. But it does give information about the different bands, about different aspects of Indian culture. So things like one is on war paint, and it talks on the back. This is what's so cool about these cards, is it gives a full sort of history on the cards on the back. So this set, there's as I said, a set of, what did I say, 20. A set of 43, and I think I've got 26 of these, and they turn out to be worth $7 a card. So what I've got in my hand is about $180 worth of cigarette cards. So that's just one set. I wanted to show you a few of them. So I got that set. Then I've got this really cool set of larger cards. And these ones are Cowan's chicken cards. And a Cowan, I believe, again, was chocolate, if I remember right. And so they're really cool rooster and chicken cards. Really neat. And again, so on the back, it tells you all about the chickens. Lots of detail on the chickens. Now these ones were worth $7 each. Again, and I've got 10 of them. So this set would be worth somewhere around $70. But I'm wanting to sell them, so I will take offers. Anything, close to the ask, or within reason, good offers I would take on these. So if you are a collector of these cards, send me an email. We can talk money. Now this is a complete set, which is amazing. And this one is Fry's Chocolate, and they're the Boy Scout series. So I'll give you some of the first ones are really kind of worn. I guess they're the earliest ones. So it says, so the picture on the front, and then on the back, it says things like this one says, stave drill, sit at ease. So it's different. Yeah, aren't these cool, Katie? I knew you'd like them, because aren't you a scout leader, if I remember right? Yeah, super cool. So this one is let's see, sorry, that's this way. So this one says scout hunting. So I guess back in the day, they actually hunted. And then different types of uniforms, leaders, the salute. You can see what I mean. And it goes on. So this is a complete set of these. And there's like from the 1920s, Fry's pure cocoa and chocolate. And these range, like some of them are $7 a card, some go right up to $15 a card. So again, I probably would sell the set. I mean, it's worth $400 ish. So again, amazing, right? Value there. So you can see that, these are really, if you see these, they're a neat thing to collect. Very unique. Yes, very unique. The graphics are just amazing. Like here's another set of Cowan's birds. Or did I show you this one already? No, this is the birds. I showed you the chickens. And again, so this is like chocolate cards. So it looks like they've kind of cut them out of the chocolate box. So cool. And again, it gives the history or the information all about the bird on the back. Some of these ones, I think it's these ones, are stamped a school name, like property of a school. It's not this set, it was another set. So that's kind of cool too. So again, I've got 27 of these, so that's like $150 worth right there. So I was pretty pleased when I saw these prices. Oh, the overstuffed house. Oh, okay. Neat. Yeah. And so then these are some birds. This is a whole set of 100 birds of Canada. Now this one, these are Imperial Tobacco Company. So these are actually cigarette cards. So these now are pictures of birds, and these ones are different. They're thinner weight. So again, some of the earliest ones in the series are like, you could tell these have been handled for quite a bit. But as I get sort of further along in the set, they're much better, much better condition. But they're just absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that. Look at the mallard duck. Isn't that great? Yeah. You can see these are just super neat. But what I was amazed about is like it's a set of 100 cards and it's a complete set. Like that's crazy. And these range from $2.99 up to $4.99 from what I researched. So again, that's another $400 worth of cards right there. So I think I did pretty well with that purchase. That was, as long as I can sell them, that's the big thing, right? It's finding that buyer that likes these. Now this set is the best of them all, I think. Mind you, the ones I sold or gave to Patrick for his sale, and he told me he got good money for them. So I was really, really pleased because that really helped the charity. But the next in line are these cat ones. So here's these cat ones. I'm going to show you them. Like they're really cool color, and that's a gold kind of border around the outside. And again, it's the different breeds of cats. Like this one says Torrington Sunnyside Persian Male. This one is a Champion Blackwell Jogram. You have to know your cats for these. Look at this one. Really great, right? Like these are just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. The colors are just vibrant and super neat. Whoops. Look at that one. Neat, right? Now again, I think I have the full set. Let me see if there's any other really cool ones, because this set is my favorite, I think. Just the color, right, of the backgrounds and everything. It's just, oh, look at this one sitting on her cushion. Where were the chocolate cards? Were they inside certain brands of chocolate? Yes, I believe they were inside them or part of the box. It seems to be part of the box as well. I'm still researching that part of it, but it seems like just even from looking at the cards, some of them look like they've been cut out. Others look like, they have a nice finished edge. So I'm guessing that some were included in the bar or the box, and some were part of the box. Really cool concept though. Like, I mean, what's neat is, again, they've got, all the history and, telling you about the cat and what type of cat it is. So you can imagine that kids love these, to collect these. but then they stopped them in the 40s because they didn't want to, so, kids wanting tobacco product, right? So they did in the 40s stop making them. But so these are mostly from 1920-ish, 1914, somewhere in there. So this one is missing one card in the series, just one card in the series. And these cards range from $9.99 right up to $29.99 each. So for the rarer ones. So again, this if you do the math, even 24 times 20, you're in the $400 range again for this set. So, these can be really, really valuable. So just wanted to give you some sense of cost. And certainly, again, if anybody's interested and they collect cigarette cards or candy cards, please do reach out to me, and I'm very, very willing to make a deal. Very willing to make a deal. Now, something else that I found that's super cool. Oh, I meant to get some water. I do have some water. Maybe I can try and do it. But I found this yesterday. Look at this guy. So he's a parrot. I'm going to just turn him slowly so you can sort of see all of his coloring and everything. Super cool Mexican pottery. And he's got, do you see that he's got a hole and then a tube? Let me see if anybody in the chat can tell me. It's signed, and I'm going to show you the signature here so you can see it. So it says a studio 6-toe, and it's Ibarra, Ibarra. And then I've discovered that the bottom is Chewy, Schui. It's not a neti pot. Any other guesses? Any other guesses? You heard me say that I needed water for it. Does that give you any clues? A neti pot was a good guess with knowing it needed water. Anything else? Any other guesses? I think it's really cool. Like, I just love look at his face, right? His face is just great, and his beak. Bubble pipe? I thought maybe it was a pipe. I think that's what my sister guessed. Chocolate pot? Whistle. Victoria, you said it. It's a whistle. And apparently you put water in here. So let me just try. I've got a mug of water here. Hopefully I won't spill it all over everywhere. But apparently you put water in, and then it really chirps or something. I haven't tried this, so this will be all, whoops, this will be a live, oh geez, now I'm spilling water everywhere. This will be a live experiment here. Good thing I've got a box of Kleenexes handy here. Okay, let's see if this works now. So I've put water in. I hope I put it to the right line, like the right amount. I don't know how much you're supposed to put in. Oh my goodness. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I do need water because I'm thirsty, that too. But isn't that cool? Isn't that super cool? And what I discovered with this is that it turns out to be a famous Mexican artist, the clay artist. I found a couple of links, and I'll put them in the show notes kind of thing at the bottom, so that you can look into it if you like to read about it. But it's just really neat. He's centuries, or not centuries, but generations of clay potters in this family. The father was 6-toe, so the name 6-toe Ibarra is the father. And he got quite famous as a potter, and now his son is manufacturing. And Chewy, I can't seem to find. It must be one of the sons. I'm guessing it's one of the sons of this potter. But I thought that was super cool. And it was funny because I went to Value Village, which is one of our thrift shops here in Canada. And I went on a Sunday night, late at night, and I'd had a horrible, horrible day. Just one of those days when everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And I walked in, and, Sunday night in a thrift shop, I mean, you're lucky to find anything because it's all been picked over. This little guy, just poked his head out at me and said, pick me. Let me try one more time. That is super cool. Okay. Woo, new toy, right? I'll probably list that on Etsy because it's worth about it's hard to say because there is one other sculpture that's sold for around $66, but I think this is a bit different. So, and it's in pretty good shape. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to think about what I list it for, but somewhere in probably the $75 range. But again, pretty cool thing, right? Pretty cool. So, before I do this one, let me do this one because I said, on my thing, is this valuable or not? So what do you think of this? Do you think that this is valuable? I'll give you a little bit of a clue. So it's a cup and saucer, and I'll show you the understamp. So it's Mikasa. Let's see if you guys are clever here. Do you notice anything? Let me show you the back stamps again together. Maybe you can see if you notice something. Oops, it's hard to show you here. Ah! Well, one thing is that, I love them because I love the color and I love the shape. They're definitely mid-century. This is older Mikasa. And I got excited when I started researching because this one here, if you notice, has signed Ben Siebel. And Ben Siebel was a designer with Mikasa that's very collectible. But, and this is where the wah, wah, wah part comes in, this saucer is actually not the correct saucer for it. It is a Mikasa saucer. It is yellow, but the Mikasa saucer for this cup and saucer is a different one. So had this been a complete set of Ben Siebel cup and saucer, I have a set of 4 of these, so it would have gone for like $80. But now with a mix match, we'll see what I'll get for that. So that was a bit of a dud, right? Yeah, they do look different. I just didn't notice it in the store. You're going fast, you're moving fast, and I just didn't notice. So not all my scores are, super scores. Gotta mix it up for you. This one was another really cool find recently. Isn't this a neat plate? So I'll show it to you and then I'll tell you what it says. So on the bottom here, it says Kitties in Wonderland. Kitties in Wonderland. And then at the top, it says something attempted, something done. Something attempted, something done. And I guess that's a wiener dog, like a doxy, right? And this is made by Tuscan Pottery. So that's the back stamp. Get a better shot of that. See if I can get a better shot. It's not the most clear stamp as it is. But this, again, turns out to be super collectible children's china, worth a lot of money. And it's called the Kitties in Wonderland series. So have a look. Google that. Google Kitties in Wonderland Tuscan and have a look at the whole set because they're super cool, like really neat cups and saucers. And the set is really, really neat. So I was really pleased to find a little plate. I love kids china and stuff. I look for that actually because I think it's really cool. Then the other thing I wanted to show you before I get into my sale tonight is Katie always talks about advertising. And advertising is really cool and super hot right now, anything in the sort of advertising. And that extends to glass. I didn't know if you knew this, so I thought I would share this with you. But so I always look for ashtrays that are, have an advertising piece on it, mugs that are advertising. But I also look for barware that's advertising, because it can often be worth a cool coin. So this is one that I found. Oh shoot, you're not going to be able to see. I don't know. You can see the writing on there. Let me just see if I can make it show up here. Try and put. I've got a blank card here. Let me try putting that behind it. Does that help at all? That's maybe a bit better. Okay, now let me hold it up with the card. So what it says is Villeneuve Cliquot. And that is a French champagne. Hope I didn't bastardize that by the way I pronounced it. I do speak French, but you know, who knows? But this is a French champagne, a very expensive French champagne. So I have a set of 4 of these glasses, and they list on Etsy from anywhere from, I've seen 135 to 160, you know, something like that. So again, yeah, it's not easy to see this at all, but what it has is it has a stamp along the bottom that says Villeneuve Quequois and a logo, and it's got an orange kind of yellowy base bottom to it because the actual champagne bottle is yellow. It's really cool. Hey, Erin, nice to see ya. So these are really neat, right? Tall, thin, they'd be lovely to drink champagne from. So I'll have to list those so that they're ready in my Etsy shop for the New Year's, right? And then I found these too just recently. So these are Tanqueray gin. And again, really collectible because they make them a lot of times. These companies make them in a very short run as a promotional, piece for the year. So Tanqueray gin. So I guess these are gin and tonic glasses. So again, I have a set of 3 of those. So those are kind of cool. And those again go for, I think they're about $20 a glass, something like that. So that was a good score as well that I just found. So that takes me to the end of what I kind of wanted to show you as my recent finds. I thought now we'll get into my 10 for 10 sale. So everything that I'm going to show you is $10. I'll show you the item, and then I will give you the letter that goes with that item, and the first person to put it in chat will win the item. So without further ado, I will, hi, Angela, how are you? Oh, she's my 100 girl. She was my 100th subscriber. So she holds a special place in my heart. You do, Angela. Oh, great. So here's my first item. So my first item is a depression glass sugar dish. In great shape. I can't find anything wrong with it. It's amazing for its age. And the pattern, Katie and I had a little bit of a discussion earlier today about this, because look at the pattern. Tell me what those leaves make you think of. It's kind of a funny pattern, but what it is called poinsettia or poinsettia. It's the poinsettia pattern of depression glass. And so this is $10, right, for this lidded sugar dish. Now you can use these for sugar, but you can also use them for things like Q-tips or cotton balls in a bathroom, or people use them even as like ring containers, or, you can be really creative with these. You don't have to just use them for sugar. So you couldn't find anything. Oh, you couldn't find anything on poinsettia? Oh, okay. That's interesting, because I found the poinsettia pattern, and I think that is what this is. So this sugar dish for $10, if you're interested, type Y into the chat. Y for the poinsettia depression glass lidded sugar. Okay, there we go. First sale of the night. Thank you, Carrie. Great. So the next thing I have to show you is this super cool blue bottle. I've had it for a while, and I haven't been able to identify who the maker is. There's not really a mark or anything on the bottom. To me, it looks mid-century. That's what the cork looks like. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, you can tell that it's got some cracks. It's a bit dry, but it's in pretty good shape. It does go in and out of the bottle quite well, and it does kind of, close pretty well. But it's a really cool color. Oh yeah, maybe on. Oh yeah, and you're not in your books. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even get my books out today. I did this so quickly without having to do the research. But anyway, super cool, right? And it's quite tall. It is, I can tell you inches wise here. So it's about 14 inches tall, so really quite tall. So it'd be really cool in a display. So my mom, the queen of displays, I still got to get her on camera and get her to do some displays. I call her Martha Stewart because she's amazing at doing displays. But basically what you want is you want multiples that are odd, and you definitely want different heights to make things look good, right? So something like this is a really good piece to have at the back of your displays so that it gives that height. So this bottle, this blue bottle, and I would call it a periwinkle blue is probably the best thing. So if anybody's interested in this bottle, it's $10 and it's X, the letter X into the chat. Letter X. What's been happening a lot lately? Love the color. Yeah, isn't it a cool color? Melanie? I shouldn't just call you Melanie. What's that, Carrie? It's been happening a lot lately. What's been happening a lot lately? Okay, so the next thing I have is Thrift You. I bought a mystery box from Thrift You, and in that mystery box were some girly candles. So these are vintage Christmas candles, and I've actually had a few people contact me about these, or talk to me about them anyway, to say that they collect them. So I just thought I would put them up in this sale as well. This is an amazing deal for $10 for these candles. So there's the deer, the tree, and then there's some carolers. There's two girls, and two boys. Two boys. Well, how dare you? Is that something about me or about somebody else? No, I said thank you to Victoria. Okay. And then there's the boys, right? The two boys. And then there's Santa. And Santa is, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces. So that's like $1 a piece. So those are girly candles. So those are quite old. They have the paper label on the bottom. You can see that. It says they're 10 cents. And Girly Novelty Co., Buffalo, New York, USA. So these are $10 for the letter R. If you're interested, the letter R into the chat. So those are for the girly candles. Okay. The next thing that I've got is I have a really interesting brooch that I found. It's plastic, or I guess it might be lucite, actually carved lucite. But look at the detail in this. It's absolutely incredible. I believe the insides even are, well, they feel like they're those, the little flower, I don't even know how to explain this, but in old flower making, they used to use these like little spears, that had this sort of piece at the end of them. And I think that's what the center of this is. So here's what the back looks like. You can see that the glue that was used to put this pin on is kind of yellowed over time. But it's a really cool piece. It would look really, really neat, on a black blazer or dark blazer. But also, pins can be used in different ways for decorating too. I've seen people use them on, they tie a ribbon around a napkin and then put a pin on. I see people do all sorts of things with pins, like, so yeah, it's really neat. Isn't that neat? It's really different, really, really different. And then this is a little bit of a lot, because the other thing I'm going to throw in with this one is this lucite, and it's a real butterfly in there. Oops, let me hold it still. Oops, sorry. Let me hold it still for you so you can see that butterfly. And there's a bit of glitter in there too. So it's a keychain. Is it a butterfly or a moth? I'm not quite sure, but it is very cool. Let me show you again. Yeah, there you go. That's a better shot of it. Okay, so this set of 2. Oh, so somebody wanted R. So Victoria for R. So R was the girly candles. Okay, Victoria, great. Gotcha for that. And Victoria, my email address is vintagerous@shaw.ca. So please send me an email with your YouTube name, which I'll remember now, and what you bought, and what your PayPal email is, so that and your mailing address, so I can send you an invoice. So this the set of 2. So the butterfly keychain and this pin is $10. Do I need to say it? $10. And the letter U. The letter U. Great. Thanks, Victoria. Awesome. So the letter U for that set. Those would be great stocking stuffers if you've got a vintage lover in your family, right? Nice little stocking stuffers. Okay, so that is the flower brooch and the butterfly keychain. So the next thing I have is a small set of cigarette cards. Now these would be good for scrapbooking, right? It's good for scrapbooking. These ones have a little bit of wear to them, and that's why I'm putting them in the $10 bin. But they're still really, really cool. So that they would be really neat for scrapbooking. And they are cigarette cards from the Imperial Tobacco Company. And it says they're the reason why. So this one here, this one that I just showed you, it says the reason why a datum line is seen. And it tells you all about the datum line. And then, here's one of a boat, a ship, and it says the reason why a ship's sailors are often perforated. So it tells you the reason why. This one is, you can see it's sort of an Indian thing, and it says the reason why some idols have many hands. So it's kind of cool, right? You learn a few things. So there are, I think it was, how many was there? I think 8 or more. Let me just see. Oh, they're hard to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see that some of them have like corners broken and stuff. That's why it's in the $10 bin. 8. What did I get to? 8, 9. I think it's 12, isn't it? And then this is the last one. So the set of cards, there are 50 in this series of cards. So this is just starting you off on a collection. If you want to start collecting them too, it's a good way to kind of get started. And then I'm going to throw in some postcards as well, because I got a big, big box of postcards. These are cool ones. Whoops. Sorry. Peace starts with a smile, Mother Teresa. And then I've got some ones here that are printed from an original sketch by Harold Todd, Robin Hood's Bay. So they're really kind of neat postcards. Oops, this way. And what I'll do is that this would be a really good item that would sell for, or that would ship for $2.40 if you wanted just this. But if you want to pay $4.80 for shipping, I could probably double the amount that's here. It wouldn't be more cigarette cards, but I have other postcards, greeting cards, and things that I could add up. So if you want to be, if it's a good scrapbooking lot, so you can certainly email me and tell me if there's things you really like, and maybe I can find some postcards that are, that meet that. Or the other thing that I have that's super cool is some handmade paper. I have some really beautiful handmade paper from an artist in Quebec, I believe it is, Canada. And this is really unusual, really high quality art paper that this guy makes for artists to use. So, and I've got like scraps. I bought a bag of scraps of his. And so I can give you a few of those scraps too. So if you're a scrapbooker, it's a kind of a neat thing. So that postcard set and cigarette cards, postcards, and paper, if you want to pay a little bit more for shipping, is $10, and it's letter Q. $10, letter Q. No problem. Thanks for coming, Angela. Appreciate you coming. $10, letter Q. Those postcards and cigarette cards. Okay, so the next thing I have. Oh, you have two. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's really neat. Hey, the little ones that love Christmas. Oh, that's what makes Christmas, the little guys. I adore the little ones around Christmas time. That just makes my heart sing. Yeah, for sure. These are the Rosaline, Arc-A-Rock Rosaline. Does anybody know that pattern? I actually have quite a bit of it. I've got, for my own personal use, I've got little dishes, and I've got cups and saucers, and I've got some ice cream dishes as well, because I can't wear pastel pink in my clothing because I just look terrible in pastel. So I buy dishes that are pastel colors so that I can enjoy them. So this is a set of 3 of these cordials or liqueur glasses. And what I like to recommend customers do is use pair these with a nice bottle of liqueur, and you've got a great gift for somebody, especially somebody that loves pink. So I've got a set of 3 of those, and they're made in France. This is French glass. Arc-A-Rock is a French glass company, and their stuff is really collectible. At $10, and it's letter S. Letter S. Thanks, Victoria. Okay, see you, Carrie. $10, letter S. Okay, so those are the Arc-A-Rock glasses. Okay, what's next? Red ornaments. Okay, so I've got a box of old Christmas ornaments. Still in the original box. Definitely an older box. And these ones are plain red, and there's 6 left in the set. No, 9. I can't count. 9 left in the set. So that are red. And then to go on top of this, I will also add in some really interesting red ones. So here are the ones that go with this. So there's this one that's got some flocking on it. And then this one, it's flocking as well, but it's kind of more of a, what would we call it? More of a frosted to it. And then I've got a couple of indented mid-century ones. Super cool. Aren't these neat? Look at that one. I love that one. Super cool. And this one says West Germany on it. This one says West Germany on the top of the thing. And then there's this one. It's kind of got an orangey red flower on it. Satin finish. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Victoria. And then I've got 3. So there's 2 red teardrops and 1 green teardrop. And they do have some cracking and some age to them. If you look at the end of the, it's definitely an older top to it. So these have some age to them. So that whole set, so the red balls and then these special balls for $10. What a deal. Screaming deal. Letter V. Letter V on that. Okay. And then I've got some silver and gold. So I don't know what your sort of color scheme, if you have one for Christmas, but then I've got this set of, so it's gold, older balls. Now it's a complete set here of 12 balls. And they're a really neat, that silver that's, has that, the mercury kind of finish to them. So they've got a bit of shabbiness to them, which I think makes them really interesting. And they're all the same size. They're smaller ones, I would say. So there's a set of those in the original box again. The box says $6.99 from the Bay. So the Hudson's Bay Company is a very popular Canadian department store. And then here are the ones that go with this one. So this one has some ribbon around it, attached ribbon. And then there's this one that has the gold applied glitter. And this one that has some gold glitter on it as well. And then these are super cool. Look at these ones. I've never seen plain indented ones before, but I think these are really cool. They've got that kind of frosted, glittery part on them. And there's 2 of them. They're super cool. And then look at these. I got 3 of these. The teardrop shape, but look at the pattern on them. So let me see if I can get a good shot of that. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe that even. It's kind of like, when ice kind of forms crystals, right? And there's 3 of them. Unfortunately, one of them had a piece of tape on it, I guess, and somebody took the piece of tape off. But it's okay on the other side. But the other 2 are in great shape. So that set, so this plus the silver balls is $10. So cool, right? And it's letter Z, the letter Z. Okay. And then the last set of ornaments that I have for you tonight are some really cool hand-blown ones. Look at this one. Isn't that neat? So they're clear glass, but they're, hand-blown glass. So there's that one. And then there's this tall one. And I'll leave the ribbons that are on them, more of a teardrop shape. And then there's 2 that are like this. They're like, have a kind of a spiral gold pattern on them. And then there's also, where did they go? I thought I put the icicles in here. I have some icicles too that I'll throw in. I don't see them in the box, but I think, here they are. They're in a bag. That's why I didn't see them, because there's another bag at the bottom. So let me show you these icicles. They're glass icicles. So you can see they've got kind of a hand-blown top on them with a little bit of a loop, and these have like fishing line on them. So they hang like that. So I thought those are really cool. Really different, right? So there's one, oops, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icicles, glass icicles to go in with that lot. So that lot of, oh, hi, Thrill of the Thrift. Nice to see you. Hey, Dee. Oh, that's nice that you could make it. Z if they're not taken. Yeah, the Z is available, the silver and gold. So that's for Gabrielle. Okay, Gabrielle. Nice to see you again. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so that set of hand-blown glass ornaments. So that was the icicles, the 2 clear ones that are really cool, like these 2 clear ones, and these 2 teardrop shaped ones. So that set is $10 and it's letter W. W. Hey, Vinny. Nice to see ya. Nice to see you, buddy. How you doing? I'm great, Dee. I'm really good. Yeah. Staying healthy, right? In this craziness, even though we've had crazy Kate's. Oh, serendipity. You want that one? Okay. Melanie. Great. Awesome. And then the last thing I have, and then I'll kind of go through the things that didn't sell just one more quick time. So then I have this duck planter is my last one. I got it because it made me think of Thrift You. But super cute little guy. He's not marked, but he's a really cute planter. And I think he'd be really fun in a bathroom. Wouldn't he look cool in a bathroom, like with rubber duckies and that kind of theme? Or you could certainly do it in a kid's room as well. I think it would be really cute. And there's a couple of, I'm great, Vinny. There's a couple of rough spots, but I haven't seen like a true chip. Like it just feels like there's like here, it feels like a little bit rough, but it doesn't seem to be a chip or anything. So it's in pretty good shape. And it's airbrushed. I don't know if you can tell, but that's an airbrushed paint on it. Does anybody know who made this? Who would probably make this? Hey, yeah, long time no see. Yeah, I haven't seen Vinny around. Hey, Vintage Craze. Hey, nice to see you. Great. So that duck planter is $10, and it's the letter T. The letter T for that duck planter. Okay, so I'll just kind of go over quickly some of the things that haven't sold yet. Is this bottle, so this blue bottle, this was letter X. If you'd like the blue bottle for this is the one that has the white kind of cork to it. It's really cool. It's, what did we say, 15 inches or something like that, really tall. The flower brooch and the butterfly keychain. So those, again, $10. Everything's $10. And that was the letter U. T. Okay, so Melanie, you want the planter as well? Okay, perfect. And that'll get to you super quick because you and X, yes. X. Oh, did you get X too, Melanie? And I missed it. Sorry. Okay. Gotcha. Wow, you're going to have a good quick shipment there going up to Kamloops. And letter V, so that was Victoria. Okay, gotcha on that. Gotcha. Okay. So the other one was the postcards and the vintage cigarette cards and the vintage postcards, and I could put some more ephemera in there as well. If anybody wants that. So that was letter Q. And then the last thing that hasn't sold yet is the set of 3 of these Rosaline little liqueur glasses, and the Rosalines are letter S, and I'm not going to be heartbroken if they don't sell, to be honest. I'll have some Drimbuie in them myself. Could you see the cards? Sure. So, so what it is it's some postcards, and I actually have a lot of postcards. So what I've said is that if somebody buys this lot, I will throw in more if you're willing to pay a little bit more for shipping. It would cost about $2.40 US for me to mail this lot. Or if you want to go up to $4.80, I can put another 100 grams of goodies in your package. So there's these postcards that are really cool. But again, I've got a whole whack of postcards, so I can throw in some more, and I can throw in some handmade paper if you're a scrapbooker. And then these are the cigarette cards. So it's a series of really cool cigarette cards called The Reason Why. Again, really good for scrapbooking because some of them are in, kind of rough wear, but they look really cool in a scrapbook kind of junk journal. I've seen people do amazing things with these cigarette cards in junk journals. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where do I live? I live in Canada, so I'm in BC or British Columbia, Canada. And so shipping is really cheap for me to sell things that fit in what we call the slot of doom, or that are really narrow and light. So because this is 100 grams, not even, and it'll fit through the slot of doom no problem. That's the slot measurer. That this will be, as I said, about $2.40 to mail. So that's kind of cool, right? So, yeah, the slot of doom. I know it's a funny name, but Canadian sellers kind of call it that because we talk about how frustrating it can be and how wonderful it can be. It's great for things like ephemera, but when you're trying to find a little jewelry box or something to fit it, of course, it's just a little bit too small. If it could just be just a little bit bigger, I think a lot of jewelry sellers would be really helpful. Really, you like my accent? I have an accent. Have I said A yet tonight? Yeah, I'm a big lover of ephemera too, and I've just got started buying it. I haven't really bought it to sell before, so this is kind of a new venture for me to branch into it. I've really been focused on glass and china. Oh, hey, Melanie, how nice to see you. Great. Yeah, I just did a fun thing. I just did a 10 for 10. So I had 10 items for $10. And it was fun. I think I will do that again if you guys like that. I mean, I do my big sales the first Tuesday of the month at this time, same time, 5:30 Pacific. And the next sale in December, I'm focusing on things that would be good for gifts. But in between that, I'm thinking of doing sort of a combination live haul and a small, what I'm calling a mini sale. So 10 items. And they might not always be $10, but today I just thought it'd be fun to do some bargains. So what do you think? Good idea? Good strategy to keep you guys interested and having fun? Hey, Pink Elephant Parlor. It's Pink Elephant Parlor is Sam. Right. Nice to see you, Sam. Well, great. Well, thank you guys. I really, you did like the 10 out of 10. You did. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah. Dinner is ready. Okay. Sounds good. I'll be coming right over. Yeah. I haven't had my dinner yet. So I think I will end this and I will go and order something in to celebrate. So thank you guys for supporting my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And please don't forget to thumbs up this video. It really helps me to, grow as a channel. And yeah, okay, awesome. Stay well, stay kind to each other. Love ya. See you later. Bye now.